University Challenge. Asking the questions, Amol Raju.
Hello and welcome to another match in round one of this year's University Challenge. Tonight's game is not only a London derby, it's a Bloomsbury derby. Both the institutions competing are members of the Federal University of London, and their respective main buildings are both located near Senate House, just 500 metres apart. In 1825, the poet Thomas Campbell wrote an open letter in the Times to Henry Brougham, proposing the establishment of a great London university suited to the circumstances of the time. The result was what's now known as University College London, or more commonly, UCL. UCL was founded on the principle of widening access to higher education, and it's now the second largest university in the UK and counts Roger Penrose, Charles Cowell and Philida de Barlow among its alumni. No team from UCL, however, has ever won this competition. Let's meet the team aiming for a first title this year.
Hi, I'm Zach Lakota-Baldwin. I'm from London and I'm doing a PhD in Science and Technology Studies.
Hi, I'm Alice Lee. I'm from Kendal in Cumbria and I'm studying for a Masters in Russian and post-Soviet politics.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Michael Doherty. I'm from Derry and I'm doing a PhD in optical communications.
Hi, I'm Manny Campion-Dye. I'm from Bath and I'm studying for a PhD in philosophy.
Founded by the British government in 1916, London's School of Oriental and African Studies, or SOAS, was initially seen as, in the words of George Curzon, part of the necessary furniture of empire, an instrument for training colonial officials. What it's become is one of the world's leading institutions for the study of Asia, Africa and the Middle East, home of the UK's first linguistics department and the alma mater of many major political figures, including John Atta Mills, Luisa Diogo and Inga Anderson. SOAS was one of the universities represented on the first ever series of this programme. Let's meet the team representing it tonight.
Hi, I'm Hatam Hossein. I'm from Manchester by way of Ethiopia, and I'm studying history and politics.
Hi, I'm V. Davis Aladren. I'm from London, and I'm studying politics, philosophy and economics.
And their captain.
Hello, I'm Andrew Graham from Cheddington in Buckinghamshire. I'm studying a Masters in Medical Anthropology and Mental Health.
Hi, I'm Matthew Regan. I'm from Dublin, Ireland, and I'm studying Global Liberal Arts.
OK, guys, this is it. Feeling ready? OK, fingers on buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Good luck. In Japan, classifications of what common food product include saishikomi, usukuchi, koikuchi and tamari? The latter term refers...
SOAS Davis Aladren.
Rice?
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. The latter term refers...
UCL Campion-Dye.
Soy sauce.
It is soy sauce. Well done. For your bonuses, UCL, are 3 bonuses on the use of mud in architecture. Which Native American civilization based in the US Southwest gives its name to an architectural style in which adobe mud bricks are used to build multi-storey homes reminiscent of cliff dwellings? The early 20th century saw a revival of this style, combining traditional aesthetics with newer Spanish mission and colonial styles.
Is it Pueblo?
Is it Pueblo? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a good try.
Okay. Pueblo?
Yes. Dating to the 14th century and considered the largest mud brick structure in the world, the Great Mosque of Wat Town in Mali was named a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1988. Since 2016, it has been listed as a site in danger due to local unrest and the deterioration of the buildings.
Mali.
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu then?
No,
Yeah.
I'd go with that.
Yeah. Timbuktu?
No, that's Jenny. What short word names the sticky paste made from clay or mud mixed with straw, which is spread over a woven timber wattle that was regularly used as infill for medieval timber-framed homes in Europe?
I think this is daub.
Yeah.
Like daub, like what?
Oh, yeah. Daub.
It is daub, yes. Well done. Now let's start the question. In what present-day country was the territory that was given the name Island of the True Cross by Pedro Alvarez Cabral during a trading expedition to India in 1500? Perhaps attempting to avoid becalmed waters in the Gulf of Guinea, Cabral sailed southwest and, under the terms of the Treaty of Tordesillas, claimed the place where he made landfall for the Crown of Portugal.
UCL Doherty.
Goa?
No. Anyone from SOAS? You may not confer.
SOAS Mazen.
Sri Lanka.
No, it's Brazil. Let's start the question now. I need a person's name here. Quote, the recognition of the common right to land involves no shock or dispossession, but is to be reached by the simple and easy method of abolishing all taxation, save that upon land values. Which American writer and economist wrote those words in his 1879?
SOAS O'Regan.
George.
It is Henry George. Well done, yes. Your bonuses then, SOAS, are on the history of the Motion Picture and Television Fund, a charity that provides support to those in the entertainment industry who are in retirement or financial hardship. Founded in 1921, the Motion Picture Relief Fund, as it was initially named, was conceived by which actor? Born Gladys Louise Smith, she was also a founding member of both United Artists and the Society of Independent Motion Picture Producers.
There's a drink named after her.
Mary Pickford.
Well done. The Screen Guild Theatre was a long-running radio series that raised funds for the MPTF. It began in 1939 with a performance from which singer and actor of a song from the musical Everybody Sing. At the time, she was 15 years old.
Shirley Temple.
Bad luck, it was Judy Garland. Bad luck. The first film premiere held to benefit the fund was a screening of which 1964 film musical starring Audrey Hepburn and based on a play by George Bernard Shaw?
My Fair Lady.
It certainly was My Fair Lady. Well done. Let's start the question. Commonly used at a concentration of 8 molar to denature and solubilize proteins, what organic compound was first synthesized by Friedrich Wöhler in 1828?
UCL Campion die.
Urea.
It is urea. Well done. Your bonuses, UCL. There are 3 questions on the American War of Independence. Originally convened in response to oppressive legislation known as the Intolerable Acts, the body of delegates known as the Continental Congress met in what city in 1774 and 1775?
Philadelphia, maybe, or something?
I think Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia?
It is Philadelphia. Well done. What British defeat in the autumn of 1777 resulted in General Burgoyne's surrender to the Continental Army? It takes its name from a county in upstate New York.
Is it Saratoga?
Could be, yeah. Or is it like Rochester or something? I don't know.
I think Saratoga the Battlelands.
Yeah, okay. Saratoga?
Correct, yes. From 1778, the War of Independence became a global conflict when 3 major European powers joined the colonists against Britain. One was the Dutch Republic. Name the other 2.
France and Austria?
Who it would be?
Austria? Definitely France.
Yeah, what,
Scotland,
like
wait.
Austro-Hungary or something? I don't know.
Spain?
It could have been
Spain?
Spain. Spain
Yeah,
were because
I mean-
Portugal were on the English side and Spain were on the
France and Spain?
That's right.
Okay, France and Spain?
It was France and Spain. Picture round now. And for your picture starter, you're going to see 2 maps on which have been marked the locations of the home stadia of 2 different sports teams. For 10 points, I want you to tell me what word is common to the names of both those teams.
UCL Campion die.
Rovers?
No, you can have a bit more time, SOAS, but you may not confer.
SOAS Graham.
Bears?
It is Bears, yes, for the Chicago and Bristol Bears, respectively. Well done. For your picture starter, you saw the locations of the stadia of the Chicago Bears of the NFL and the Bristol Bears of the English Rugby Premiership. Your bonuses will be 3 more maps showing the locations of the home stadia of pairs of NFL and Premiership rugby teams that share a name. Again, in each case, I want the name that both share. First.
So that's Falcons. That's Atlanta.
Bit louder?
Falcons.
Falcons?
Yeah.
Falcons?
Yes. Secondly.
That's Chiefs. Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah.
Chiefs.
Yes, for Kansas City and Exeter. And finally.
Saints.
Saints.
That is Saints for New Orleans and Northampton. Well worked out. Now let's start the question. Which director's final film consists of 2 narratives delivered against a continuous backdrop of international...
UCL Campion die.
Derek Jarman.
Well done. It is indeed. Your bonuses, UCL, are on highly specific plant pollinators. The family Agaonidae includes about 800 species of wasp, each one pollinating a specific species of what fruit-bearing tree? The wasps crawl inside a structure known as a syconium to lay their eggs before dying, after which they are digested by the plant to feed the growing fruit.
I think it's figs.
Oh, yes,
Wait,
figs,
what were you
yeah,
going to say,
yeah.
Manny?
No, the fig sounds
I'm
good.
pretty sure
I
it's
think it is
figs.
figs, yeah.
Okay, figs?
Correct. Plants in the genus Yucca, such as the Joshua tree, rely for their pollination entirely on insects in the family Prodoxidae. These insects belong to which broader insect order?
Insect order.
So pro, like...
Maybe like a
inclined to-
beetle? I don't know. Was that not an order? I don't know.
I mean, beetles do occasionally pollinate,
Do?
but
Okay.
not super often.
Let's just say something.
Maybe like,
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, beetle.
No, it's the Lepidoptera, as in moths and butterflies and so on. More than 40 years prior to its discovery, Charles Darwin predicted the existence of Wallace's sphinx moth, a species with a distinctively long proboscis as necessary for the pollination of Angraecum sesquipedale, a Madagascan species belonging to which family, which also includes the vanilla plant?
orchids,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Orchid.
It is the orchid. Well done. Let's start the question. In a 1987 work of non-fiction, which sport did author Joyce Carol Oates call, quote, the most tragic of all sports, because more than any human activity, it consumes the very excellence it displays. Its drama is this very consumption.
SOAS Graham.
Boxing?
It is boxing. Well done. Your bonuses, SOAS, are on a saint whose feast day is celebrated in December. The 26th of December is the feast day of which saint? The first Christian martyr who was stoned to death in the 1st century AD after being accused of blasphemy for his teachings, which included criticism of the temple?
St. Stephen.
St. Stephen?
Yes. Before his martyrdom, St. Stephen was brought before which Jewish judicial institution? In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus was also brought before this council and accused by false witnesses of conspiring to destroy the temple.
Sanhedrin or something like that?
I'm trying to think if there's any modern group that may have taken the name, but I can't.
Sanhedrin?
Yes, well done. The martyrdom of St. Stephen in Acts 7:58 marks the first biblical appearance of which figure? Though he approved of the stoning of Stephen, he would later convert to Christianity. You may give either of the names by which he is most commonly known.
Paul?
Yeah, as in Paul the Apostle. Yeah. Let's start the question. Instruments in the traditional music of what country include the bonang, the gambang, the suling?
UCL Lekota Baldwin.
Indonesia.
It is Indonesia, yes. Your bonuses then are 3 questions on languages of Pakistan. Whilst Urdu is the national language of Pakistan, what language has the most native speakers in the country, with more than 70 million? In 2021, speakers of this language formed the 3rd largest linguistic group in the UK, excluding English and Welsh.
I think it's Punjab,
I
right?
think it's Punjabi, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Punjabi.
Yes. What Indo-Iranian language has more than 30 million speakers concentrated in the northwest of the country? It is an official language of neighbouring Afghanistan.
So it could be
Farsi.
It could be Pashto, it could
Dari.
be Dari. I feel like Dari might actually be more likely.
It'd be 50-50 for me on which
strong
one.
feeling about
I
that?
don't know. Pashto or Dari?
Pashto sounds better to me, but I don't know.
That's pick one.
Yeah. Pashto.
It is Pashto. Well done. Back the right horse. Spoken in districts of Balochistan province, Brahwi is an isolated member of what language family whose speakers are predominantly found in southern India?
Oh, that could be Dravidic.
Dravidian. Oh, yeah? Okay. Dravidic.
I'll accept that. Dravidian is the usual term, but Dravidic is sometimes used. Here's the start of the question and a quote. Participants are free to use the information received, but neither the identity nor the affiliation of the speakers nor that of any other participant.
UCL Lee.
Chatham House rules.
Well done. Yes, for Chatham House rules. Yes, well done. Your bonuses, UCL, are on the Icelandic composer Jóhann Jóhannsson. Jóhannsson's film work includes 3 collaborations with which Canadian director on the films Prisoners, Sicario and Arrival? He was also initially confirmed as the composer for Blade Runner 2049, but was eventually replaced.
Denis Villeneuve.
Yes. 2020 saw the posthumous release of a film adaptation scored and directed by Jóhannsson of which work of speculative fiction by Olaf Stapledon, A Future History of Humanity's Development from the 20th Century to the Heat Death of the Sun.
Pass.
Last and First Men. Jóhannsson's final solo album was inspired by and named after which figure in Greek myth? The album closes with a hymn with words from Ovid, describing how in death he was reunited with his wife, having previously failed to rescue her from Hades.
It's going to be Orpheus then.
Orpheus.
It is indeed, yes, well done. Music round now, and for your music starter, you'll hear a piece of punk music. For 10 points, name the band performing.
UCL Doherty.
The Ramones.
No, you can hear a bit more, SOAS, but you may not confer.
SOAS Graham.
The Damned?
It is The Damned, yes, with New Rose. For your music starter then, SOAS, you heard New Rose by The Damned, a British punk band formed in 1976 who released the first punk single and album in the UK. For your music bonuses, you'll hear songs by 3 more British punk or post-punk bands formed in 1976. Name the band in each case. First.
Gang of Four.
Yes, Gang of Four.
Gang of Four.
Yes, Damaged Goods. Next.
Oh, is this like
The Slits.
Switchblade or something?
Yes, Typical Girls. Finally.
Oh, this sounds like X-Ray Specs.
X-ray specs.
Yes, it was indeed. Well done. You know your punk. Let's start the question. In geology, the term orogeny or orogenesis refers to the creation of what features? Specifically, it refers to the deformations that occur as a result of the convergences of tectonic plates.
UCL Lecker Baldwin.
Mountains.
It is mountains. Well done. Your bonus is then, UCL, 3 questions on literary characters that share a given name. In which of Jane Austen's novels does the main character strike up a friendship with Eleanor Tilney, sister of Henry? While staying with the Tilneys, the protagonist becomes convinced that their father is covering up his murder of their mother.
Northanger Abbey.
Northanger Abbey?
Yes. Eleanor Nell Vance is a major character in which of Shirley Jackson's novels? She's one of 3 people recruited by occult scholar John Montague to help him investigate paranormal activity in the novel's titular setting.
The Haunting of Hill House. That's the film. I don't know if I
I've no idea.
tried that. Yeah.
The Haunting of Hill House?
Yes. Eleanor Savage, an intelligent but turbulent young woman who is highly critical of social convention, is among the lovers of Amory Blaine in This Side of Paradise, the first novel by which American writer?
That's F. Scott Fitzgerald, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Could be, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. That sounds.
Yeah.
Anything else?
F. Scott Fitzgerald?
It is indeed, yes. Let's start the question. What adjective appears in all these titles? A 1933 novel about an unnamed newspaper advice columnist written by Nathaniel West. A 1956 novel recounting the experience of West Indian immigrants in London, written by Samuel...
SOAS Graham.
Lonely.
Correct, well done. Your bonuses then, SOAS, 3 questions on the physics of golf balls. The dimples on a golf ball are used to enhance the magnitude of what aerodynamic phenomenon, named for a German physicist, in which a lift force acts on a spinning object, allowing a dimpled ball to travel further than a smooth ball?
German physicist.
Mach.
No, it's the Magnus effect. Golf ball dimples also affect the boundary layer of the fluid around the ball, thereby supporting the work of which German fluid dynamicist who first proposed the existence of the boundary layer in 1904?
Mach.
No, it was Ludwig Prandtl. The Magnus effect is partly a consequence of which principle in fluid dynamics developed by one of a noted family of Swiss mathematicians. It states that an increase in fluid speed causes a corresponding decrease in pressure.
Bernoulli.
I'm glad you didn't say Mach that time. Yes, it was indeed Bernoulli's, a Bernoulli's principle. Let's start the question. Accessible by a short ferry journey from the port of Oban, what is the name of Scotland's 4th largest island? The same single word appears in the designations of promontories at the extremities of the Rins in Galloway and of the Kintyre Peninsula.
UCL Lee.
Mull.
It is Mull, yes. Your bonus is then, UCL, 3 questions on pine forests. What is the UK's largest lowland pine forest by area? Planted after the First World War, it can be found primarily to the northwest of the Norfolk market town with which it shares its name.
Norfolk Market Town could be like King's Lynn. Is that a market town? Well, I mean, it's on the coast, but... Or Norwich.
It's probably not Norwich.
So just...
Come on.
Just say the King's Lynn Forest.
No, it's Thetford Forest. What is the 2-word name of the ecosystem, today found primarily along the coast of New Jersey in the United States, in which pine trees grow in nutrient-poor acidic soil? A critically acclaimed episode in the 3rd series of The Sopranos is set in and named after this ecosystem?
Pine Barrens.
Yes. The Lawn Forest, which has its origins as a 19th century pine plantation, can be found near which city and capital of France's Nouvelle-Aquitaine region?
Nouvelle-Aquitaine is the southwest.
West?
Yeah.
Southwest, so
The capital.
Is
Not
that
like
like
Vichy.
Toulouse?
Oh, Toulouse. Toulouse is in there. Montpellier is in there.
Yeah. Okay, well, Toulouse maybe.
Toulouse. I think
Yeah.
Toulouse?
No, it's Bordeaux. Now let's start the question. Established in California in the 1930s, the informal society known as Group F64 was associated with what branch of the visual arts? Its members included Imogen Cunningham, Willard Van Dyke.
UCL Campion die.
Dance?
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. And Ansel Adams. You may not confer.
SOAS Graham.
Photography?
It is photography, yes. Your bonus is then SOAS for 3 questions on academic works whose original non-English titles are puns. Its title intended as a pun on Malory's La Mort d'Arthur, La Mort de l'Auteur, or The Death of the Author, is a 1967 essay by which literary critic?
Any idea? Is it it?
Is it Roland Barthes?
Nominate Matthew?
Is it Roland Barthes?
It is Roland Barthes. Usually translated as the savage mind or wild thought, which structural anthropologist suggested that a better English title for his book would be Pansies for Thought, in order to convey the pun intended by the French word pensée. In it, he lays out his theory of culture.
Levi Strauss?
Yes. A pun on the title of the final opera in Wagner's Ring cycle, Götterdämmerung, or Twilight of the Idols, is a work of 1888 by which German philosopher?
Is it Nietzsche?
Nominate Matthew?
Nietzsche?
It is Nietzsche. Picture round. If your picture starter, you'll see a 19th century painting depicting a biblical event. For 10 points, I want you to give me the name by which that event is usually known.
SOAS Graham.
Flight into Egypt?
No. Anyone from UCL?
UCL Campion die.
Rape of the Sabines?
No, I tell you, it was the massacre of the innocents, and we'll take your picture bonuses in a moment. 7 minutes to go. Here's another starter question. What political practice did the American writer Isaac Goldberg describe as to do and say the nastiest thing in the nicest way, and the Canadian Prime Minister Lester Pearson describe as letting someone else have your way? Various forms of this practice have been described using the terms bladder, ping-pong and gunboat.
UCL Doherty.
Diplomacy.
Yes, it is indeed diplomacy. For your picture starter, you saw Léon Cognier's 1824 painting, Scene of the Massacre of the Innocents, depicting the story of King Herod's order of the execution of all male infants in Bethlehem from the Gospel of Matthew. For your picture bonuses then, UCL, you'll see 3 more paintings related to the same story. This time, I want you to name the artist in each case. First, this 16th century work.
Oh, that's Bruegel.
Bruegel.
Yes. Next, this late 19th century painting.
Looks like a pre-Raphaelite. I would go... I think it's either going to be Millet or Holman Hunt. I'd go Holman Hunt.
Yeah. Nominate Campion die.
Holman Hunt?
Well done. Finally, this painting from the 17th century.
I think Rubens.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Rubens.
Yes, well done. Fingers or buzzers. Atlas and Pan are small moons of which planet of the solar system? They are both notable for their prominent equatorial ridges, giving them a flying saucer appearance, a feature they share with one of the planet's larger moons, Iapetus.
SOAS Graham.
Jupiter?
No. Anyone want a buzz from UCL?
UCL Doherty.
Saturn.
It is indeed Saturn, yes. Your bonuses are on a national constitution. The right to national self-determination and secession is the first of 10 basic principles in the 1974 Constitution of which former state? The Constitution confirmed the country's leader as chairman of a 9-member presidency, the other 8 members of which were representatives from the country's 6 republics and 2 autonomous provinces.
Sounds kind of like Russia.
Yeah, or is it like Yugoslavia or something?
74.
I don't know.
I
don't think it's
No.
Yugoslavia.
Okay, what do we think?
But Russia wasn't a country, so
Yeah.
Come on.
You can try Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia?
Yes. The Constitution describes the coat of arms of Yugoslavia as including 6 torches fusing into one, as well as a blue band bearing the date 29th November of which year, marking the formation of the National Liberation Committee of Yugoslavia, headed by Josip Broz Tito.
In the 60s or in the 50s?
Something 50s.
Pick a year.
Yeah, 50.
55? 1955?
No, it was 1943. The 1974 Constitution granted greater autonomy to the 2 autonomous provinces of Serbia, namely Kosovo in the south and which province in the north?
Like Novi Sad, maybe.
Yeah. Novi Sad?
No, it's Vojvodina. 3 minutes to go. Etymologically related to the identical French word meaning flight or escape, what 5-letter word can denote either a type of polyphonic musical composition in several voices, with many notable examples by J.S. Bach, or a dissociative psychological...
SOAS Graham.
Fugue?
Yes, your bonuses then, SOAS. 3 bonuses on jazz fusion. In a Silent Way is a 1969 album by which jazz artist? It is regarded as the first of his electric period.
Miles Davis?
Yes, keyboardist Joe Zawinul and the Miles Davis Quintet saxophonist Wayne Shorter, both of whom contributed to In a Silent Way, went on to form what jazz fusion group whose tracks include 1977's Birdland?
Mahavishnu Orchestra?
No, it's Weather Report. Which other keyboardist, also a member of Davis's second great quintet, recorded the 1973 album Headhunters featuring funk-influenced reinterpretation?
Herbie Hancock?
Yes, it is. Another starter question. The 691 CE Battle of Maskin was fought on a site located in which present-day country? One ruler of territory in this modern-day country was Shulgi, who completed the construction of the ziggurat at Ur. And this country's present...
SOAS Regan.
Is it Iraq?
It is Iraq, yes. Your bonuses are on factors identified by the mathematician Milutin Milankovitch as causing fluctuations in solar radiation, which affect Earth's climate. In each case, I want you to give the scientific term for the factor described. First, the amount by which Earth deviates from a perfectly circular orbit around the sun.
Oh, it's eccentricity, I believe.
Eccentricity? Yes. Secondly, the change in the orientation of a rotational axis, often described as Earth's wobble.
Precession?
Yes. Finally, the angle between Earth's rotational and orbital axes, sometimes known as obliquity.
I used to be a Kerbal Space Program, which would have these words.
Come on!
Pass.
It's tilt. Another starter question. What is the three-letter title of a play by Tim Price that premiered at the National Theatre in 2024, starring Michael Sheen as a politician appointed...
UCL.
No. Money.
Sorry.
Alice, I'll accept your answer this time because it was clearly simultaneous with and independent of Manny's, but in future, you must wait until you hear your name before answering. Your bonus is then UCL, 3 questions whose answers are also the names of characters in the Super Mario game series. Known by the Latin name Prunus persica, what type of fruit is covered in a layer of hair-like trichomes that distinguish them from nectarines?
Peach.
Yes, by what nickname is the reclusive character Arthur Radley usually referred in Harperley's To Kill a Mockingbird?
Boo.
Yes, the family Bufonidae includes what group of animals, genera in which include the dwarf, stubfoot and natterjack?
Nominate Lackett a bold one.
Toad.
Yes, it is a toad. Another starter question. Lapurdi, Zuberoa, Bizkaya and Araba are among the 7 historic provinces of what region of Western Europe?
UCL Campienta.
The Netherlands.
No. Anyone from SOAS, you may not confer. Anyone buzz?
SOAS Regan.
Portugal?
No, it's the Basque Country. Another starter question. The lemon cichlid and the fairy cichlid, the latter also known as a princess of Burundi, are among the cichlid fish species that are endemic to which large body of water in Africa?
UCL Lackett a Baldwin.
Lake Malawi?
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. You can hear a bit more.
SOAS Mazen.
Lake Victoria.
No, that's Lake Tanganyika. Another starter question. In art history, the term High Renaissance is often used of the period that saw the overlapping careers of Michelangelo, Raphael and which other artist?
UCL Campienta.
Leonardo da Vinci.
It is indeed. Your bonuses, and at the gong, SOAS have 117, UCL have 210. SOAS, I thought for a minute you were going to pull off the most incredible comeback, but it just wasn't quite to be. But you did make it a fantastically tight game, and crucially, your knowledge of punk is peerless. So that's fantastic. Have you enjoyed yourselves?
Yeah.
Well, you may well be coming back. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be tense, I'm afraid, watching the other teams to see if 170 points is enough. It might well be. UCL, you look relieved and also very, very stressed. 210 is a fantastic score, and you beat a really strong team, so well done. We shall see you again, and I hope you could join us next time too for another first round match. But until then, it is goodbye from SOAS.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from UCL.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.